When hinges creak in doorless chambers, and strange and frightening sounds echo through the halls, whenever candlelights flicker, where the air is deathly still, that is the time when ghosts are present, practicing their terror with ghoulish delight. Welcome, foolish mortals, to my new Halloween doll customization video. I am your host, your ghost host, and I will be transforming this Monster High anti-styling head into Madame Leota from the Haunted Mansion at Disneyland. Kindly watch all the way to the end, please, and be sure to like and subscribe. There's no turning back now.
Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. As you can see by the set, I'm back to my computer desk again, since I'm getting ready to move soon. I don't have my work table set up, so back to my desk it is. You've seen the title of this video, you know what I'm doing. I am going to be turning this Monster High anti-styling head into Madame Leota from the Haunted Mansion at Disneyland. So first what I want to do is I want to take her out and let's just take a look at her and see what I'm working with. I was gonna say, I saw online that you can actually take this off the stand, which is gonna make customizing a whole heck of a lot easier. When you get the anti-styling head, you get all these like temporary tattoos for like eyebrows and eyes to like customize and make her look the way you want her to look. But it's all sticky. Well, it's just kind of flaking off. Okay, so I was wondering how hard it was going to be to take that off. It looks like it's going to be pretty easy. I'm just going to take like a damp cloth and wash her face off. I think I'm going to remove the lips, but I might keep the whites of the eyes because the whites of the eyes are actually in a good spot, and that'll just save some materials for me because this is definitely a bigger canvas than what I've worked with before. And then here is the plastic container. This is really cool. It's got this like 3D kind of molded detail on the back, but I'm going to be using this side. There is some like marks on it. I'm going to see if I can get these off. I don't know what they're from. They look like they might be paint, so I might either be able to sand it off, or if I'm very careful, I can probably use some acetone. Anyway, I'm going to try and clean this up as much as I can, so that way when it's here, it's, there's no marks on it. But I think I am going to start off by cleaning her up. I'm going to clean off her face and see what we're working with, and then I'm going to take her hair off and we'll just get started with the customization process. Alright, so I went ahead and prepped the head with one coat of Mr. Super Clear, and I'm just going to go ahead and get started on the face-up. For my face-ups, I like to use Mungyo soft pastels, General chalk pastel pencils, Derwent watercolored pencils, and acrylic paint. Along with those, I also use some tools like kneaded erasers and assorted paint brushes to get the effect that I want. Alright, so I've gotten to this point, and I really want to save my progress so I don't lose any of this work, so I'm going to do another layer of Mr. Super Clear, and then I'll come back to continue. So as you can see, some of the areas around the eyes are starting to chip, and I think that's just because the paint for the white of the eyes was glossy, so the Mr. Super Clear isn't really sticking to it very well, but that's okay. The parts that are chipping are areas that I'm going to go over with acrylic paint anyway. When I do a face-up, I like to build things up in layers, so that way it has dimension. A lot of times you'll see me going back and either darkening or re-intensifying colors in areas that I've already gone over. The last step is always for me to add some gloss for the eyes to give them that more natural shine. I decided not to gloss the lips this time because I wanted her to have that matte lip look. Alright, so now that the doll's face-up is all complete, the next thing I want to do is give her some hair. Now, I'm actually going to be gluing on a wig, which I've never done before. I'm going to be using a tutorial by Poppen Atelier, and if you want to see the tutorial that I follow, I'll put the link to that down below. But basically, I'm going to be making yarn wefts, and to do that, I got this yarn. So this is actually the Chunky Luxe Big Yarn. It's the like really, really big thick yarn, super soft and actually kind of silky. But the reason that I wanted to get this yarn is because it's not really tightly woven together like most acrylic yarn is. It's going to be really easy to pull apart. And as you can see, it kind of reminds me of like the Halloween decoration spider webs, which I think would be perfect for Madame Leota. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started making some yarn wefts. So in the tutorial, she wrapped the yarn around like a piece of cardboard, and I don't have one available, so I'm just wrapping it around my hand. But basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my scissors and I'm just going to cut up along here to make the strands that are basically the length of this. Don't try this at home. I probably shouldn't be doing this myself, but I'm going to try to be very careful and not cut my hand. Okay, so right now what I'm doing is I'm just kind of untwisting these, and to make them easier to deal with, I'm just kind of splitting it into two separate pieces. Well, shoot. I ran out of wefts. That's as far as I got. But that's okay, I still have a lot more yarn, so I'm just gonna make some more real quick. So here we are after brushing out the wig. It's very floofy, very soft. It's very Phyllis Diller in her later years. But anyway, I just wanted to show you. This is all the excess. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to strategically put this around the doll's head in the glass because in the actual Madame Leota crystal ball, her head is completely like surrounded in the hair. Also, if you do this, just be careful. There are little pieces of hair flying everywhere. I don't know if you can like see all this. Makes a huge mess. Yeah, so do it in an area where it's gonna be easy to clean up. So what I did is I took one of these nail buffers and removed the little paint scratches, which removed the paint, but then it also, at the same time, scuffed up the plastic. So I'm going to try and find something to kind of polish this and maybe see if I can get this scuff to go away so that way you can see her face a little better. So I decided to take a break. I was getting really frustrated that I wasn't able to make this work. So I stepped away from the project for a little bit, took some time to do some other things, and in the meantime, I decided I didn't want to give up on it. I wanted to see what I could do. So I went to Michael's, and I actually found something that I think is going to work. So I found this in the Halloween section at Michael's. It was 50% off because all their Halloween stuff was on sale. And this is so perfect because it's the right size, it's a little bigger, and it's a lot more round. So it's still not a perfect sphere, but since Madame Leota's head is supposed to be in a crystal ball, this is much more the shape of a crystal ball. So I'm actually really excited about that. I'm gonna try and find some way to transfer her head and mount it onto this wooden base and fill the rest of this up with her hair. And I think we're gonna be done.
serpents and spiders, tail of a rat. Call in the spirits wherever they're at. Wizards and witches, wherever you dwell, give us a hint by ringing a bell. Goblins and ghoulies from last Halloween, awaken the spirits with your tambourine.
Thank you so much for watching this video. I had a lot of fun making this doll. Also ran into a lot of issues and it was a little bit frustrating, but got through it and I'm really happy with the results. So this one's a little different because I didn't do like a whole outfit or anything. It's pretty much just a face up and doing the hair. So that was a little different, but you know, making the doll come to life just by giving her a face and a persona and everything. Plus it was kind of fun finding all of the little doodads and little instruments and mini cards. I did not know they made playing cards that small. So anyway, I just want to say a huge thank you to all of my viewers and to my subscribers. I have almost 700 subscribers now, which is just crazy to me that that many people follow and watch my videos. I've gotten so much positive feedback and so much just love on my custom doll videos, and I really, really appreciate it. I don't know how to thank you guys. So anyway, just big thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was really, really fun to make. It's, you know, a little different, like I said. But anyway, I'm gonna stop rambling and I'm gonna get going. Oh, but before I do, one last thing. The doll head glows.